contest is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Hollywood, California, here is Showbiz.
For you fans that might not know, Showbiz is aligned with our WL Women's International Champion, Tanya Tatiana, and Showbiz dislikes Dynamite Genie Parker every bit as much as Tatiana does. So even though this match doesn't have the women's world belt on the line, I wouldn't exactly characterize it as without some degree of intensity between the participants.
And her opponent, from Richmond, Virginia, the RWL Women's World Champion, Dynamite Genie Parker.
She is the longest reigning women's world champ in the history of RWL, and Genie D is front and center in this match with Showbiz. And Mike Lane, how do you like the champ's odds in this matchup?
It's no government secret Genie can't stand Showbiz or her master Tanya Tatiana. And you can trust and believe Wally, Genie Dynamite is gonna fight like the belt is on the line here. There's your bell and here we go. Genie D opens up an immediate can of hoop pass on Showbiz, but Showbiz is countering. She comes off the ropes, and Genie's going for a real sudden ride.
Genie D on the canvas as Showbiz plans her next move, and that move turns out to be a hard kick to the chest for Genie Parker. Showbiz wasting little time, heading for the high rent district, with Parker recovering. Parker looks up, but way too late. Showbiz scores with a double axe handle off the top.
Boy, Showbiz has really kind of dialed up her intensity here, and she is seriously taking the fight to the champ.
Showbiz just stomping away on Genie D, and the champ is unable to do much to stop it. Parker back to her feet, and boom goes the Dynamite, running kick to the face. With Showbiz down, Genie wisely moving in, trying to keep her off her vertical base.
The champ's hitting her stride now. Genie takes a run around the maple and smashes Showbiz's knee. And hoo boy, Showbiz really feeling that last shot.
Hard right hand to the face, and down goes Showbiz again.
But Showbiz with the quick counter, trying to set up something effective. But Genie Parker just runs on past off the ropes and scores a shot that puts Showbiz back on the canvas again.
Parker strikes with a closed fist, and here she goes. She's got the trap squeeze locked in, with Parker gripping Showbiz's trapezius muscles, blocking the blood flow to Showbiz's brain, and Showbiz is fading fast.
There ain't a lot of women that could stand up to that trap squeeze, and Showbiz looks like the wind is out of her sails. Parker goes for the pin. 1, 2, no, only at the count, and Genie looks like she thought she had this one, but Showbiz ain't finished just yet.
Genie hits with the split-legged leg drop, bringing her cap down on Showbiz's throat, and her butt crashing down on Showbiz's chest. But no good, only a count of 2 again, and Genie Parker still has quite a bit of work to do if she's planning to wear Showbiz down.
Genie misses with the knee, and oh, that one is hurting, but Parker moves it, sets up the hard Irish whip, and out goes Showbiz onto the arena floor, and outside the ring is no place to be around Genie Parker.
Parker, with Showbiz up on her shoulders, what's she gonna do here? Wow, a spinning drop that has to be hurting, because a drop like that rattles your insides. And now Parker driving a knee repeatedly into Showbiz's chest. Parker gets her up. Collar and elbow, and Genie whips Showbiz into those unforgiving steel steps.
And look at this here, the champ's just having a laugh on Showbiz. Boy, that Genie Dynamite just pouring on the confidence here. Parker perched perilously on the top rope.
And what goes up must come down, but Showbiz just evades the top rope move. Showbiz backing off a bit now, as she decides outside the ring is no place to try and win this match. Parker slowly stalking Showbiz from outside, inviting Showbiz to step back out of that ring. Showbiz foolishly accepts the challenge, and Parker rewards her with a head into the ring post.
Collar and elbow tie up again, and this time, Showbiz just whizzing Genie across the floor.
And let me tell you, it's clear that these two opponents really not too crazy about one another.
True, Wally. I get the sense that they're both less interested in winning, as they aren't doing the most amount of damage they can get away with. It's like we said before this match started, the three-way rivalry between Showbiz, Titania, and Genie Parker really erupted over the summer, when the then rookie Tatiana challenged Genie D for her title and lost the match. And her shot at the world title, with Tatiana settling for an women's international title win over Susie Nuclear Campbell. But Titania and Showbiz are still laser focused on dethroning the women's world champion. But so far, they haven't been able to even slow the champ down, even a little.
Genie's just coming off a successful title defense against Crystal Gabor at Memphis Million just days ago, in a match that really took a lot out of the champ. Maybe this is why she seems to be having her troubles putting Showbiz away. I just feel that on any other day, Genie Parker would hand Showbiz her own keister on a silver platter.
That's a pretty solid point there, Mr. Carter. Crystal Gabor took Genie to her limits in that match, and with this one, coming so quick on the heels of Memphis Million, well, maybe Genie's not at her full potential just now.
Maybe, but Parker's still got enough on the ball that she's making it tough for Showbiz to be impactful. But Showbiz isn't daunted. She whips Genie to the ropes and out of the ring, and out of the ring is where these two ladies pose the greatest threat to one another.
Absolutely. With no official to control the proceedings, these two are at liberty to inflict as much damage as they like, while the ref does the only thing he can do. Count.
That's all referee Tom Kanemura can do as Genie slips back inside the ring, and Showbiz is dazed outside of it.
The champ's up to something here. Here she goes, and holy mackerel, Dynamite Genie Parker, using her entire body as a missile, scoring a direct hit on Showbiz.
Genie D in the driver's seat now, just raining down on Showbiz with an assortment of stomps and kicks that have Showbiz reeling. Genie Parker now kicking Showbiz around like a soccer ball, stopping just long enough to try and separate Showbiz's arm from her shoulder. Parker reaching deep into the arsenal for the right weapons in this little skirmish.
Ref still counting, up to 3, as Genie slips back inside the ring. But then, right back out again. I'm telling ya, with this one more than half over, Genie don't care about a win here. She just wants to make sure Showbiz don't ever forget this ass kicking.
Just a terrific match so far between these two. And coming up next, champion versus champion in the main event, as Magic faces American Supreme Matt Clark. Parker returns to torturing the arm of Showbiz with that agonizing arm lock.
That move just torched the entire arm, from the wrist, right on up to the shoulder. Don't try this at home, kids.
Very important point to the youngsters, my kids. Don't ever try to emulate, imitate, or simulate any of the moves you see performed by any professional wrestlers. Unless you're in the running for a Darwin Award, for God's sake leave the carnage to the professionals.
This has been a public service announcement from Ringside Wrestling League. Just so ya know. They made us say that.
There's only 3 minutes left in this one, and neither opponent seems to be making any serious progress toward a victory here. These two just want to deconstruct one another.
Well, the ref is sure having an easy time of it. All Kanemura has done is count in this one.
True, Mike. These ladies have done twice as much wrestling outside of the squared circle as they have inside it. The official is still counting, but Genie Parker returns inside, while Showbiz is visibly stunned outside on the arena floor. And holy smokes, where do y'all go from here?
Back outside. Where else? And Parker launches Showbiz into the crowd-controlled barricade. Genie's starting to turn on the power again.
And Showbiz, having none of it, launches Parker over her shoulder with a fierce back body drop on the arena floor. Showbiz reaches back and hurls the champ into the steel steps.
You know that hurts a whole bunch. A lot of sharp corners on them things.
Meanwhile, Showbiz back in the ring, displaying that narcissistic ego of hers as usual, and the champ taking her sweet time getting back in the ring. I think you're right, Mike. This one isn't about winning at all. Both the champ and Showbiz are in a desperate bid to just outdo one another.
I don't know. There's a little less than 2 minutes left here, and either one of them could still win, but they gotta get it back inside the ring. And I don't know that either one of them cares about the win just now.
Well, with less than a minute and a half remaining on the timekeeper's clock, something better happen pretty soon, one way or the other.
Yeah, judging by their actions, this has degenerated into a good old-fashioned Pier 6 brawl. I'm kind of not holding out much hope for a win from either of them.
It sure isn't the outcome the fans are looking for. They'd like to see a clean win by either of these two, but they've let their anger drive them in this one.
Did you see that? Showbiz could have gone for a pin there and she didn't even bother.
And now, with less than a minute to go, someone has to get this match back between the ropes before it's too late.
It's already too late, Wally. Even the champ, consummate professional that she is just too angry to think straight anymore. And I'm sure Showbiz isn't doing much better.
Mere seconds left to go. It's really looking like this one's a lost cause, as Genie Parker and Showbiz have just taken a serious leak on the rulebook here, and are just obsessed with inflicting damage on each other for its own sake. Mike.
There's one thing that is sure, Wally. This one ends in a draw. Then it will not be the last time we see Genie Dynamite and Showbiz set against one another. And you can probably also bet on that rematch coming sooner rather than later.
With less than 10 seconds left, and no one even thinking about returning to the ring, well, you can just chalk this one up.
The time limit has elapsed, and the referee has declared this match as a time limit draw.
No wins, no losses, only disappointment for both contestants. Stick around.